What's brewing, coffee lovers? If you're into coffee, then you're in the right place. My name's Scott, I'm from Caffeine magazine, and welcome to our YouTube channel. I was talking to Tim Ridley the other day from United Baristas, and he was telling me about a little coffee jar he's got in his kitchen, and in there he puts all the last few beans from various bags that he's drinking and testing at any one time. And he calls this his magic mix. When he's got enough in there, he just does a big brew, and sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. We've still got a lot of coffees left over from our cupping, which got me thinking, why don't we make our own magic mix? So I'm going to take equal amounts of each of the different coffees, and then we're going to grind them all up together, have a brew and have a taste. Could be great, could be terrible. What's the worst that could happen? Join me in a second to find out. Okay, so we've got our magic mix jar here, and we're going to put 2 grams of each coffee into it. Got my Felicita scales here. I'm going to just tear this. First coffee up is this coffee from Red Bank. It's from Daterra. I'm going to go for this first. Next up, this coffee from Curious Rue. This is Colombian coffee from Mandela. Two grams in the jar. Next coffee's got no label on it, but this is Lutz by Passion Fruit Coffee. Perfect, 2 grams. Next one is from Fortitude up in Edinburgh, and this is their Finca Victoria from Ecuador. Next coffee is from Rounton Coffee Roasters. This is their Peru. Not even going to attempt to say that on. Next, lovely guys over at Roastworks down in the West Country. This is La Cereza from Colombia. Next up, we have this is from Lost Sheep Coffee down in Kent. This is their El Salvador Finca Pena Redonda. Next up, also down in Kent, is the lovely guys at Garage Coffee. This is also from Colombia. This is their Santa Barbara Natural, and actually this coffee did really well in our cupping. 2 grams. Next up, from the Gentleman Baristas, is this from Guatemala. This is a limited edition. Next up, we've got from Craft House Coffee. This is a Colombian coffee, El Muro. Right, up next, again from Fortitude. This is probably sacrilege. This is a Finca Hartmann Panama Geisha. Yep, that's going in too. In it goes. Next up, we've got the lovely Girls Who Grind. This coffee, again, this is from Guatemala, and again another Huehuetenango. Next up, lovely guys over at Plot. This is a Peruvian coffee, and I believe this is also, I think this might even be a competition coffee. And lastly, oh no, second to last, we've got Garage Coffee again, and this is their Alto del Obispo, and again this one is also from Colombia. And last but by certainly no means least, we have Calendar, and it's their Peru coffee, the Eduardo Campos. 2 grams. There you go, there's the magic mix. Hear that there? We're going to grind it and brew it up in a Chemex. So the magic mix, how do we get on? During the brewing process, we've got quite a natural aroma coming from the beans. I mean, natural coffees generally tend to dominate when it comes to brewing. You do get that release of gas, and we definitely got that. Even though there probably wasn't that many naturals in the mix, they did seem to dominate. What we did then find is when the coffee was brewed and it was still quite warm, which was probably when it was at its best, we did get a real nice jammy, fruity sweetness. However, really quickly, this coffee drops off the edge of a cliff, and the astringency came in really quickly. We found that the finish on this was really, not pleasant at all. We were left with something that was really dry, acidic, and really watery as well. I mean, we've got 15 different single origins in here. We've got coffees from Guatemala, all the way down to Peru, and lots of different varietals, lots of different growing conditions. We can't really expect a cohesive coffee here. I think to say this coffee is confused, I think is probably the most charitable we can be. So what can we learn from this? Well, I kind of think that yes, it wasn't great, but it certainly wasn't the worst thing I've ever tasted. You do have a few beans here and a few beans there from each bag. Don't throw them away. Put them to one side. If you've got another bag of coffee which you're just opening, make up the difference in that. You might find something quite interesting, especially if you've only got 2 or 3 different origins. I think what we've noticed here is that we've lacked clarity in the cup. We've lacked a sense of where this coffee is from, but that's kind of the point. That's kind of obvious, I think. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed some of this content we're putting out at the moment. If you did, it'd be really great if you could hit that subscribe button and come and see some of our other videos. We'll put those up here, up here, up here. So have a look at those two if you've got some time on your hands. Hope you're doing well. Please keep safe, and we'll see you in the next video.